I am not a prime ministerial candidate.
Of the reality, I think first of all you need to do a reality check yourself, my dear friend.
No, what he's saying, Manish Tewari, and Kumar Ketkar, is Rahul Gandhi's approach too theoretical, too bookish? When I ask him, for example, that who else will Congress MPs choose if not Rahul Gandhi, he probably might say yes, they can. But then he says no, democracy is not about non-arbitrary decisions, it's about arbitrary decisions. Is there a certain theoretical element to his discussion? What Swapan Das Gupta is saying?
I think what you need to, you've raised an important question.
No, but let me complete my point. Let me complete my point.
The person who's trying to put in processes to see that
Kumar Ketkar,
parties, especially the Congress party,
one second. Kumar Ketkar, you buy that? No. One second. No. Manish Tewari, I'm sorry, but Mr. Tewari, when I'm asking him, how can you give? This my question goes to Kumar Ketkar, senior journalist. When I'm asking him, how do you hold Modi responsible when the SIT testimony has been upheld by the courts, and he says that we have to move towards democratic processes, different philosophies, push democracy, youngsters, empowering youth. And I ask him that question again, then he talks about empowerment, democracy, women's empowerment when I'm asking him about Narendra Modi. That question is either that is a deliberate attempt. Now, either Kumar Ketkar, there are two possibilities, a deliberate attempt to avoid the question.
Well, for the simple reason.
Either a deliberate attempt to avoid the question or...
let me answer it off the bat before you...
No, let me get a third perspective on it, then you counter him.
I started off by saying that certain people's,
or maybe it was incomprehension.
It begins and ends with the Chief Minister of Gujarat. In the case of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, it is not that.
No.
So when you wanted to focus the entire discussion on a particular point, he answered you straight and he told you what he felt about it. And since you refer to the SIT and the exoneration, after all it was the exoneration
I still don't understand, Mr. Tewari. Mr. Tewari, maybe I'm
a series of FIRs have been filed.
Mr. Tewari,
and in a series of FIRs
Mr. Tewari.
So
but Mr. Tewari, 1 minute, please. You can please indulge me by listening to me for a minute. I only ask you this, that I cannot fathom. I cannot fathom. If I were to ask anyone a question, if I were to ask you, Kumar Ketkar, a question about Gujarat and SIT findings, would you respond by telling me about right to information?
Well, actually,
no. What was the tack in your view there? Because Manish Tewari explains by saying that he's talking at a higher level, while rest of the people are talking at a lower level, and he's trying to raise the political debate to a higher level. Everyone is at a lower level. But my question, perhaps even if it was at a lower level about Modi, could have been answered at that level instead of trying to elevate it to the level of right to information. Kumar Ketkar, well, what was going on in your...
Actually speaking, for the last 40 minutes, I am not actually clear as to whether the debate is about between 1984 riots and 2002 riots, about the delusions, about Rahul Gandhi's role. Rahul Gandhi said he was 12-year-old at that time and he doesn't remember everything. So
13-year-old,
talking about 13 whatever, and I don't remember everything. Are we asking or accusing Rahul Gandhi? Are we discussing Rahul Gandhi's interview, or are we discussing 1984 and 2002 riots? 1984 and 2002 riots cannot be compared. I think anybody can notice state had withered away in Delhi and state had withered away in Gujarat. You cannot compare any two riots. Both are hugely human tragedies.
That's not his argument. No, that's not his argument.
I'm not talking of Rahul Gandhi.
That's not his argument.
I'm not talking of Rahul Gandhi.
No, that's not his. But I'm talking about Rahul Gandhi's argument. No, I'm talking about... You meaning the panelists have sometimes discussed comparison between 1984 and 2002 and sometimes talked about 2002 interview about Rahul Gandhi. I asked him the question about, I asked him about the question about 1984 and 2002. He said don't compare the two.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he said my father's government, my father's government did everything to stop it.
The question was comparison. No two riots can be compared just as...
But that's, no, it's a wrong argument. It's a wrong argument.
Kumar Ketkar cannot be compared with
Kumar Ketkar, I'm asking you.
Babri Masjid. Babri Masjid also destroyed and created riots.
Kumar Ketkar, please.
No two riots can be compared.
Mr. Ketkar, you are giving another theoretical argument with respect to you. You are giving a completely theoretical argument.
You are comparing two riots or you are discussing only Rahul Gandhi's interview. 1984 cannot be compared with 2002. 1947 cannot be compared with 1992.
Kumar Ketkar.
When Kalyan Singh was the UP BJP chief minister.
Kumar Ketkar, your argument today is as facetious as saying you can't compare this flower to that flower.
No, that's
can't compare this fingerprint to that fingerprint.
Of course, my question: you are comparing two situations which are fundamentally different.
I get Swapan Das Gupta and Chandan Mitra. Chandan Mitra raised his hand. I think that's a facetious argument.
It is not facetious argument.
I think it's a superficial argument.
Because the panel is not clear as to what I am discussing. Rahul Gandhi's interview or two riots.
We are discussing Rahul
Gandhi's interview, but you don't. Actually, you ended up discussing two riots.
Rahul Gandhi drew a distinction.
Your initial debate with
Mr.
Badal and others was about riots.
Sir, you vociferously come out in defense of Rahul Gandhi. I appreciate the fact that you've done so. But at least please kindly consider.
I have not defended Rahul Gandhi. I have not offended Rahul Gandhi. I do not want to take it.
I have great.
I am just asking you to make it clear.
I have
discussing riots or discussing Rahul Gandhi.
I have great personal regard for you. You are a journalist of great eminence. You are 3 decades my senior. But yet I will ask you this, Kumar Ketkar, very clearly. Rahul Gandhi said, and I didn't say. Rahul Gandhi said, Chandan Mitra, he said, don't compare it because Congress government did everything to stop it. And Gujarat government did everything to push it. Now that's his logic, not mine, Kumar Ketkar. I'm not making some argument like you can't compare two riots. No, don't accuse me of...
That is a complete correct statement by Raju Gandhi. I will defend Raju Gandhi's statement because I have covered 1984 riots as well as 2002 riots as well as 1992 riots, and I can completely agree.
You completely agree with it. You completely agree with it.
I totally agree with Rahul Gandhi's statement that 1984 riots and 2002 riots are different.
Really?
In 2002 riots there was amendment and direct participation.
And there were and what was the Nanavati? What was the Nanavati Commission about? Did the Nanavati Commission not say, Mr. Kumar Ketkar, about the involvement of congressmen at a lower level?
But
was the Nanavati Commission fiction?
Rahul Gandhi himself admitted in that.
Was the Nanavati Commission fiction?
Rahul Gandhi himself admitted that some congressmen were responsible.
Vinod Mehta, please. Vinod Mehta.
Arnab.
Yeah.
Arnab, what a fantastic interview you have done. And we are just spending our time talking about 1984 and 2002 when we should be looking at what kind of impression did Rahul Gandhi convey, what kind of leader is he, what are his thoughts, will he be able to transform the Congress? This is the main thrust of your interview.
What's your take?
Why aren't we talking about that rather than 1984?
What's your take? What's your take?
We are never going to get any consensus between 1984. My take is that he, for all his faults, Arnab, he took some very tough questions from you for 75 minutes. He did not walk out like some other chief ministers. And we have some notion of what kind of vision he has. It may be fuzzy, it may be full of generalities. But we have some...
Swapan Das Gupta, two hands going up, limited time. Swapan Das Gupta responding. Okay, Swapan Das Gupta.
I tend to agree with Vinod Mehta. But can Mr. Vinod Mehta enlighten me on one point? What did Rahul Gandhi mean when he said that Lalu Prasad Yadav is an idea? What did he mean by that? The question was on corruption, and he said Lalu Prasad Yadav is an idea.
Yes.
But you tell me. Could you
elaborate? Maybe because my limited sense of normal language failed to,
let Manish Tewari answer that.
What he was saying is that
Manish Tewari will answer that. Manish Tewari will answer that. What did he mean by saying Lalu Prasad is an idea? Mr. Tewari, go ahead.
Congress is not getting into an alliance, if at all it gets into an alliance, with an individual. Political parties have alliances with other political parties. Political parties do not enter into alliances with individuals.
Chandan Mitra.
But Mr. Swapan Das Gupta cannot understand that reality after being a political analyst for over 4 decades now. Then I'm sorry, I do not...
I can't understand the idea.
I can't understand
Chandan Mitra, last word.
Deliberately. He knows very well that Mr. Lalu Prasad is no idea. He is the antithesis of an idea. And that his party is a party, family-run party, when he is not chief minister, his wife is chief minister, and now son is being groomed to be the leader. There is no such thing as an idea in Mr. Lalu Prasad's party. The same dynastic policies are followed there as they are followed in the
what is the
Congress
idea
party.
of welcoming
And
back Yadurappa into the
Chandan, may I ask you?
Chandan, what is the idea of
what about
welcoming
Himachal
back?
Pradesh? What about Mr. Dubal and his son? What about Rajasthan? Your chief minister and her son? And I can go on chapter and verse. So therefore, before you accuse others of dynasty, look at what is happening in your own party.
You know, I'd say,
Dynastic thing is a different one.
gentlemen,
But please answer, what about Himachal Pradesh? Father chief minister, son member
Manish
of parliament.
Tewari.
Rajasthan, mother chief minister, son member of parliament.
Manish Tewari. Manish Tewari, 1 minute. Mr. Tewari, on a lighter note, I have one thing to ask you.
Lalu Prasad is not an idea. Lalu Prasad Yadav and his family.
No, 1 second.
Totally, if you have an alliance
No, but
with
I'm
the
asking you,
RJD,
why
you have an alliance with Mr. Lalu
What
Prasad
about
Yadav.
Mr. Dhumal
There
and
is
his
no
son?
RJD
I'd
without
say-
Lalu Prasad Yadav.
What about
So
the chief
don't
minister
fudge
of
by
Rajasthan
saying
and
it's an idea.
Mr. Lalu Prasad.
One second.
We are not discussing that.
Well, I can only say, gentlemen, 1 second. If Lalu Prasad is an idea, is a very weighty idea. And Manish Tewari kindly...
Is the fodder scam animal husbandry?
Yes, yeah, and yes, exactly. And you, Mr. Manish Tewari, we seek your forgiveness tonight. All of us, we seek that you, Mr. Manish Tewari, absolve us absolve us.
In the case of
kindly.
Lalu Prasad Yadav, pragmatism.
No, I'm asking Manish Tewari. I'm asking Manish Tewari.
To ask my question.
I'm asking...
Arnab, before Manish answers, let me put my question in
I don't think you have any right to subject Manish to any more grueling.
No, I'm asking Manish Tewari this. Manish Tewari, absolve.
I get the drift.
No, your leader has taken it. Your leader has done it. Arnab was being accused of child molestation yesterday on Twitter.
I would only also humbly like to request you in a lighter way. Please don't subject...
Arnab, did you realize you were being accused of child molestation yesterday on Twitter?
Hello,
Gentlemen, now I'll say one thing. Manish Tewari, please absolve us, lesser beings of lesser thoughts and lesser questions. May we evolve.
Mr. Arnab Goswami, I absolved you a long time ago of being judge, jury and prosecutor at the bloodfest we have every night on prime time.
Well, Mr. Tewari, that was on a lighter note. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me on debate number 1.
Seeking your permission. My question remains
Okay, thank you for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. The BJP question remains unanswered. Thank you.